Okay, so now I am live on my YouTube channel and TikTok. You've been here with me. So, guys, maybe you can relate. So, I'm going to start all over here. Hey, guys, I am here talking about raising our vibration. And one of the ascension symptoms that you might notice in your life is that you no longer are a fit to your job or your business. And all of a sudden, you're like, shoot, how am I going to make money? Right? How am I going to make this work? How many times have you felt like two magnets going together and almost feels like this, right? You just repel each other. That happened to me several times in my business, in several businesses of mine. One was a network marketing business that I started to do pretty well at after a year. And all of a sudden, I did some consciousness work and my vibration raised, and there were the two magnets. Here was my business, here was my new vibration, and I couldn't work in my field anymore. I had to leave. I even wrote a song about it. Ava, hi. I just wanted to pop in. I can't stay, but love and appreciation. Thank you, Ava. Thank you so much. Good to see you here. Um, you can catch the replay. So when I felt like that magnet type of feeling where I couldn't do business in that way or for that business, I had to walk away. And that actually is a song that I wrote, Walk Away. And I recorded it last month. So that will be up for purchase next month once I get it out. But you'll notice as one of your ascension symptoms, as we're raising our vibration, we're no longer a match for some areas of our life: people, relationships, and jobs and businesses. So even though I've been in business for myself for years now, I've had to switch that so many times. So just before the pandemic, I was a radio practitioner. And what happened was I kind of grew out of the frequency, and I had to shift the way I do healing work. It just wouldn't work. So during the lockdown, the pandemic, I had to just take a break. I just was like, I'm not aligned. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know if I can go into healing work again. I had to really cocoon. So as you raise your vibration, you may notice that you may have to contract and go into a cocoon state and incubate a little bit and ask your higher self what's next. And sometimes we can do that in a with financial ease, and sometimes we just have to get really creative with that. But I had to go into cocoon, and I did started to do a lot of artwork. I started to do spiral art, which you can see on Redbubble. I've posted a lot of them on Redbubble. Um, and most of the descriptions of my videos and in the TikTok bio link, you can go to my Redbubble page and you can see my spiral art. But that's what I was started to do when I was shifting business. And as we came out of the lockdown, I started to really get that my voice and my light language wanted to become an offering and a business. So this is what I want to talk about today, this topic of conscious creation within business, because this is really important. A lot of times we make business and work a separate entity. You see it a lot in the medical industry when there's specialists for every part of your body, right? When really the body is a systemic system and works together. Same with your life. Every area of your life is systemic. So when you're in flow and creativity, that's part of your business. So I got some questions here over on TikTok. Where does the oh my god. Good afternoon, Premier. Good afternoon. Okay. So we're talking about conscious creation, and we're talking about living in a flow state. So when you raise your consciousness and your vibration is, say, high 4D, 5D, what happens is you live differently. Okay. You no longer live from a 3D structure of cause and effect and pros and cons. And while you're used to that pattern and you'll keep going there to try to do business and work, you'll notice that the higher your vibration goes, the less that works for you. unless you are really of service to people in lower frequencies to help them raise up. So in my collectives and my audiences, I am reaching out to people on their awakening journey. So perhaps they're mid 4D, high 4D, 5D. And I'm teaching people how to go from their awakening to their ascension journey, or how to sustain in their ascension journey and raise up in their ascension journey. So what does that mean? That means that I have more alignment serving people on who are in their awakened stages, and people who are healing pain body stuff. That's not my biggest forte. And there's people, really powerful people that do that. So it just depends on where on the spectrum you are and the people you serve are. And so that's a really good question when you're talking about conscious business, is who are you of service to? And any business coach will ask that question to you. Who do you serve? And it's really important to get clear, because, and they'll say it's important to get clear about that so you know your marketing words and your niche and all this kind of stuff. But from an awakened kind of higher vibration perspective, you have to know what frequency you're working at and your business is at. And then you'll know what marketing strategies will work for you, and if you even want to use marketing strategies. So I have my best friend's an amazing healer, and she doesn't market, right? She has an email list, and people just find her word of mouth, and it's just runs that way. And she has a very, very simple website, and it just, things come to her. So when you get to a certain consciousness, you can manifest through energy, and you become more potent from alignment rather than doing. And if you're in alignment, your doing gets really succinct, and you don't have to do much to make a spark or an interest in your business. So a lot of people are like, well, how do I financially sustain myself? Well, when we're in our higher consciousness and we're really doing the work to pull in the energy and really commune with the people that we serve, you're putting an energetic call out to the universe, and it's going to reciprocate. You open yourself up to receive. So this is the vibrational work that you do. So it's almost, you're doing vibrational marketing, if you will. And that's how we work in the higher dimensions with business. Let's see if we have any. Oh my God. So that is the topic here. Let me see what else I wrote down. I did a little meditation today, and I had some ideas to. So the idea of higher consciousness as life as your path. So I talked briefly about that systemic thing. Like, your life is systemic. And when we have business or jobs that are over here, compartmentalizing our lives over here, it usually never works when we raise our frequency and our vibration. It usually doesn't work that way. We always feel like we need a break or we need a vacation. So if you're in that state of needing a break or needing a vacation from your business or your job, most likely you're not in alignment with what you're doing, and you're not on purpose and living your fullest consciousness that you really feel came here to expand to through that job. And so perhaps you've outgrown that job or business. So that means, how do we get it to be a flowing systemic system where our job, our business, our relationships, our creativity, our wellness, everything is a system into itself, right? Your business, flows into your wellness, vital wellness. Your relationships flows into your business. Everything's working in perfect harmony together. and that you really like don't even want to take a vacation from the business. Like if you went away, you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. So I went to Belize for my 50th birthday in August. And the Wi-Fi wasn't super good, but I wanted to keep up on my lives, and I wanted to keep up on social media as best I could with the Wi-Fi I had. But I wanted to. It lights me up to do and to share and to be of service the way I am in the business that I'm creating. So, what would it take to kind of look at your life a little bit and take inventory? What part of your life are you like, I want to leave that part of my life? Then leave it, right? Like, shift the vibration of that area of your life. And if it's business, then reel it back and ask, like, what are you really good at? What lights you up? What feels like something you came here to give? And that will give you some hints into your business and job that will be really in alignment, that you really won't want to stop or take a vacation from. So ask yourselves a few of those questions. Let's see if we have any comments here worth, yeah. Um, so those are some really important questions, and look at your business as a spiritual path. Look at your family life as a spiritual path. When you raise your consciousness, your whole life gets to be your path. And so many times we break it up, right? So many people are going to church on Sundays, but the rest of their lives has nothing to do with their spirituality. And so, like, again, compartmentalizing as we raise our consciousness doesn't work anymore. Our whole life is a system of energy. Our whole life is vibrating. And if this area of your life is not vibrating as high or quick as this part of your life, you're going to feel a dissonance and you're going to feel uncomfortable. And this is part of an ascension symptom. When part of you has gone up in vibration, but the other parts haven't. There's resistance, there's contrast, right? There's a stuckness. This is all like this vibrational contrast. And you get to take a look at it. You get to increase your awareness and say, oh, yeah, something isn't working here. This has everything to do with conscious business. Let me see my notes here I wrote down today. I wrote down some affirmations for us around the business. So I thought maybe this would be helpful. If you are someone that likes to work with affirmations, here's an affirmation that you can use around conscious business. My business is an extension of my higher consciousness and my ability to flow light into the world. I step into my purpose and power with the business I create every day. So I'll say that again. This is a really powerful affirmation that you could use to really step into a higher conscious business, and that one that really feels in alignment with where you are. My business is an extension of my higher consciousness and my ability to flow light into the world. I step into my purpose and power with the business I create every day. Okay, I'm going to be using that one. That came to me today. So these are the words that you're going to start using with conscious business. Flow, creative force, manifesting. Okay, flow, creative force, manifesting, trust. Okay, when you do business from a conscious higher frequency, you're going to take a Nestle plunge into the universe and you're going to trust. It does not work in a linear way like 3D business does. Okay, so if you are of service to a higher consciousness person, you're going to have to get into this flow and trust that what you do every single day is not really business-like anymore. It's going to look more like spiritual practice, which eventually aligns you to this path of flow to your next bit of doing. Okay. So you want to get into doing mode in your business, in your higher consciousness business, only when you feel in alignment to do so. And that takes some awareness. So when you're in this flow to go do something, um, go do it, right? So it's just like a lot of times in business, how many times have you made to-do lists and you make yourself do some of those things, but you do it kind of with a low vibe, you're not really into it. Don't even do it anymore. Don't do it until you feel lit up about it. Now, I really love Abraham Hicks' uh, practice. It's called the Placemat Practice. You get a piece of paper, okay, and you just divide it. You make a line here, and you write every day must do's. This is things like, like the bill is due, or there's a certain real hard deadline. Okay, you write those on one side. On this side, you're going to write the universe does. Okay, and you're going to write these things like phone calls and uh, outreach and just different things, social media, whatever it is. You're going to put that on the universe side, things that don't have a distinct um, timeline. And you'll notice that if you're willing to trust, okay, this list, this side, the to do today is going to be a lot smaller than the universe one. But what happens is when you give it to the universe to do, all the puzzle pieces start coming together. The universe, collaborates with you and makes it easier. Like all those phone calls that, you thought you had to do on your own, people will call you or email you without you having to do the outreach. And it's amazing. I've had this happen where I'm just like, oh, well, that was easy. That made it a lot easier than going to try to find the person's contact info and doing the ask from them. Instead, they emailed me and asked me. So it's like there's magical things that start to happen in your business when you're willing to take that Nestle's plunge into the universe and trust. Now, the hardest part is the patience that's involved. Okay, so lately I've really shifted into this new way of working with custom sound healing and intuitive mentoring. And I feel like I finally got an offer, and I really got this thing that I want to do, and it's linked also with my online course with vocal toning. And I'm like, okay, I have something, I have some products, I have a way to serve. And now, like, it's just building awareness in myself of where to be and what times, and also creating awareness that I'm here in the universe offering this. And so it's a very interesting. I have a fun story. Um, just recently, I decided who the players in my business are going to be. So I really recommend doing this is who are the players in your business? Do you want money to be a player in your business? Do you want light to be a player in your business? Do you want yourself to be in the equation of your business? Do you want consciousness as the player of your business? So line up every day, like imagine these players in front of you, and imagine, all of you are at this round table. I was imagining this today, and I actually did it for the first time a few days ago. And I just imagined the players, and I was like, okay, guys, what are we going to create today? Let's do this, and let's have some fun, and let's get our offer out there. And someone texted me and asked me, hey, are you doing your energy work? I said, no, but I have a new offering. And next thing I knew, she was in my office. I was doing a custom sound healing for her, and boom, customer came right away. So that's how I've been playing. And then I have another inquiry coming through recently that I'm in the throes of creating with. So put up what your partners in business are if you're a solopreneur, and invite money into it, and invite the light and consciousness into it if you want to have a conscious business, right? I really recommend that. So these are the little tricks that I've been playing with. And another little question to ask is, what does my business want to create today? Every day, wake up and ask your business, what do you want to create? Okay. And when you go to bed, ask the question, or not the question, you want to demand that you destroy and uncreate your business. Why would you want to do that? Well, you want to clear the slate, you want to cut the cords, and then you want to ask, and how does it get even better than this? Okay, so these are some conscious business practices. As a light worker, as a star seed, as a way shower, you are stepping into a different way of doing business, and it requires a lot of trust, a lot of patience, and a lot of questioning and expanding your awareness. So you can't step into this type of business unless you're really willing to have your awareness. But you'll know you're stepping into this type of new way of doing business because you will feel the ascension symptom of how uncomfortable it is to be in a 3D business. Okay. And even though it's a business that's conscious of the earth, or conscious of, the things they're putting in their products, or conscious where they are being kind to their employees. Okay. That's a step. That's a step into higher consciousness, but they're still in a 3D model, meaning like they're still using linearity, they're still using pros and cons, they're still in a cause and effect. So when you're doing business from a 5D reality, you are in flow, right? It's not linear, and you trust the universe as a player in the field, right? You practice patience, you trust that um, you're going to be provided for no matter what. You trust the energetic breadcrumbs, and then a lot of times it just doesn't make sense in regular corporations or businesses that are still doing 3D business. So anyway, that was a 22-minute conversation on my own. That I talked a lot about that. If you have any questions, let me know in the replay, or if you're here, it looks like there's one person here. If you have any questions about growing out of your business, growing out of your job, like how to proceed, let me know in the comments. I've definitely been living this a lot and may have some things to share with you. It was really funny. I actually was on here talking for about 10 minutes before I realized I did not press go live. So I've actually been talking for 32 minutes. Let me just check TikTok here. Hey guys. So my new business, so I've been going in and out of businesses the past 3 years because of shifts in my vibration and awakening and ascension, and businesses shift. So now it's like I keep going into business trainings that are working from a linear model, and I finally realized, I mean, you get it when you get it, that those models just aren't going to work for me anymore. Um, so let's see. Thank you. That was good timing. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Did you catch real estate Cutto gaming? Um, did you catch the conversation? Do you have any questions or? So let me recap. So, because I gave some tools here that you can really use. So one of them was ask your business what it wants to create today. So if you want to raise the consciousness of your business, ask what it wants to create for you and with you and through you every day. Then number two is I want you to invite, I want you to, just the last minute or so. Oh, okay. I'll recap for you. Okay. Invite the components you want in your business to the round table every day. For me, I invited the light of consciousness. I invited money. I invited my business. I invited myself. And I put all of us at a round table. And again, ask the question, what do we want to create today? Who do we want to contribute to? And how do we want to be the torch of the light of consciousness today? The other thing is I gave you some affirmations to work on. And so I'll repeat those. My business is an extension of my higher consciousness and my ability to flow light into the world. I step into my purpose and power with the business I create every day. So that affirmation will be really powerful for you. And the other tool I gave was the placemat activity, where you take a piece of paper, you divide it in two. On one side, you're going to put to do. These are all the things that have a hard deadline in that day. The other thing, most of the things are going to be on the universe side. The universe is going to collaborate with you, and you'll notice that if you put it on that list, the universe kind of makes it easier for you. The people that you had to reach out to, they start calling you. The things that had to be done, someone else does it for you. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but this placemat exercise really works, and it's in a book called Ask and It Is Given, and it's one of the tools in that book. So it's a great practice. And lastly, it's like if you're at this road bump in your business where you're on this awakening journey, you've raised your vibration, and you feel like, those two magnets that are pushing together, you're just repelling, you're just kind of just really sit in meditation, ask the question, what does my business want to evolve to? So you don't necessarily have to start like a whole new business. You might just have to evolve the one that you have, or evolve how you are doing it and how you market and how you are doing outreach. So the higher your consciousness goes, the more you're going to live from creative flow rather than pro and con and cause and effect. So Taurus Sun, Scorpio rising. Cool. I don't know what that means. Cool. And lastly, to recap, what we talked about is compartmentalizing. So 3D reality loves to compartmentalize. It loves to have specialties, okay? Instead of seeing everything as a whole system. Oh, the magnet thing. Oh, okay. Thank you. The Scorpio draws in. Oh, okay. Interesting. What was I talking about? Compartmentalizing. You see it a lot in the medical industry. So just to recap, I said this earlier, I think. The medical industry, think about how they compartmentalize everything, right? Everything is, there's the eye doctor, there's the blood doctor, there's the whatever, you know what I mean? There's a doctor for every little specialty, and they don't really look at a body systemically, okay? It's the same thing with business. 3D business makes everything little compartments. And when we head into 5D business models, it's a flow of a whole system. And your life is part of that system. Your life is your business, right? So if your business is not doing well and you don't feel connected to it, most likely something's going on with your whole life, not just your business. So your business can be an indicator that your life is out of balance, and your life can be an indicator that your business is out of balance. So, so take a look. Try to include your whole life in your business. Not that you're living for your business, but your business is only a creation. You are the creation force of your life. And with that comes relationships and business and art and music and vitality. And you are the creation from the bones up. Yes. Yeah. So here you are, right here, the creation force of everything you're experiencing in your life. And you're taking that creation force and you're flowing it to to whatever you want. Okay. When people compartmentalize creativity, I see it all the time because I'm a creative person, and my husband's an artist, my sister's an artist, and so many people, they say, oh, well, you're just creative. And it's just like, it's not really like that. Like, creativity is a way of life. It's not like you're good at arts and crafts and then creativity doesn't flow into the rest of your life. If you're willing to be the creation force of your life, guess what? Most likely you'd be willing to sing and dance and create art. Like, really, we can do it all. And if you have an interest in it, your creativity flows in every avenue. When most, like, as a singer, so many people, soup and cake winter. Um, so many people through the years of sharing voice have said, "Oh, no, 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 I can't sing," and they're really cutting themselves off from a huge, huge creative life force that they have within them, their voice. And so, if you can actually speak, you can sing. There's only this this small of a percentage of tone deaf people. So, if you can talk, you can actually sing, and to allow the creation force through your voice is such a powerful way to let go of the ego, to really be in the flow of universal energy of your highest consciousness. And that's one of the things that I teach people is like, I teach a voice from a perspective of being in the flow with your highest self. And when you're willing to really let go of the judgments and the ego story, you have your voice and it's there. And it's kind of like an analogy with your business too. If you would let go of the judgment and the, should be's and all that kind of thing, and you flow life force into your life and your offering, that's your business, and it's just a flow state. And that's how you build consciousness in your business when you've raised your consciousness, and you kind of unhook a bit from some of the 3D marketing stuff. So I've kind of gone on for a while here. So I think what I'm going to do now is offer some light language, which basically is vocal toning with the high frequency source energy to just give us a boost in frequency, and then go about your day, go about your Friday asking some questions of like, what does my business want to create? What does my business want to be? Who does my business want to serve? And you ask the questions of like, what is my business? Like, what am I best at? What am I here to contribute? And make a business out of that. Okay. I started to sing to people when they make me. Oh, okay. You started to sing to people when they make you mad. Okay. Is that to calm them or is it to infuriate them? um, that's funny. There was a question here. It said, I start to sing to people when they make me mad. So that's kind of funny. Um, to open my voice. Oh, nice, nice. I was taking it kind of as a joke, but um, yeah. So singing to open your voice and to get communication going. Yeah. Venting and voice practice. Yeah. Good idea. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Actually, my channel has a lot of stuff on it about voice work and um, yeah, just opening the voice. So, all right. Well, if you'd like to receive, here's a little bit of light language. It's going to raise your vibration and give you a little boost to go ask some of those important questions that we just talked about, and to raise the consciousness of your own business and how you go about it. So here we go. Thanks for joining me. Let me take a little drink here. Oh, wow. I just looked out the window. There's this most beautiful cloud. Wow. It's pretty. No, 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 no. Beautiful being. I have a new program out called Align. And if you want some custom light language to help you shift, shift consciousness, shift your business, um, we do some mentoring. We do a custom sound healing, light language to create a different set point, vibrational set point. And so if that would be a contribution to you, just check down in the descriptions and there's a link for that. Wishing you so much light in your business. All right. Take care. Namaste. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And thanks for being here. It's nice getting all your messages. I appreciate that. Have a good weekend. You're welcome.